Austin, how do you feel about, winning with like 5 runs? Is that a good win to you just any day?
That's decent. That's
That's
pretty
decent.
solid,
How do you,
comfortable.
how do you about 10? 10's pretty wow. It's pretty like a big day, isn't it?
Big day. I've probably tuned out.
You probably tuned out at that point, which I had at one point and during this particular game. How's 24 for you?
24. I've wondered what happened and which fraternity bros are playing on the team now.
And can we just go with that alone? Auburn won by 24 in game 1 of this series we're about to talk about this week, Auburn baseball, that is. Can I give you the name, folks, for those of you that were unaware of this? Austin obviously knows what we're talking about here, but they did this versus South Carolina. Now, folks, let me go ahead and preface this. South Carolina clearly is not where they used to be and where they would like to be. I actually heard from several fans on posts we made about that. They're like trying to like salvage their dignity. I'm like, just no. They're like making excuses. You've been given the lumps. You're going to take the lumps now. It's okay. Your Auburn Tigers, my goodness, swept in every facet that you can the South Carolina Gamecocks at home this week, yet again winning another SEC series. They have won every SEC series except Georgia and Texas, who are the top of the SEC right now, which they got swept in. We'll go back and revisit that. How are we feeling, though, Austin, after 3 games? Your Auburn Tigers just dominating for the most part.
It was an absolute bloodbath. It was a chicken feast. It was every feather was plucked from the Gamecocks.
Rotisserie
possible.
Chicken.
I mean, just barbecuing them out there in center field. It was a beatdown, and I think even when you look at it on Saturday being a doubleheader because of crazy weather coming through the town, they just took care of business and didn't think anything twice about it. So obviously, like you said, South Carolina, for those of us that remembered when they were just a national title runner every single season, they're not the same. It's not to the same effect. Certainly have that caliber of a coach in them in his first year with Paul Manieri back in coaching. But my goodness, they just whooped up and down. Everybody on the roster had a great day. The only disappointing aspect of this series is that one of these Auburn players is going to be the only one to win SEC Player of the Week, and it's probably going to be Eric Guevara. And it's unfortunate that Lucas Steele won't get to, Chris Rembert won't get to, because they all any other week and without their teammates showing them up, they're going to win SEC Player of the Week. So
can I just dominate? You, Chris Rembert in game 1 was the guy we were talking about. And then Eric Rivera just said, you know what, we're not advocating for this, but hold my beer, I'll take over.
Hold my lemonade.
Hold my lemonade, my Tumors lemonade, and see what I can do, winning in a suicide squeeze in 11-10 in game 2. And there are plenty of other people that you need to congratulate there. I think the pitching on game 3 really, after the first 2 innings, really settled in. They win 11-3. So that's your games right there. 24-2, 11-10, 11-3. Auburn pretty much dominates the whole game, and they were in very much a comfortable position in game 2. They let them come back. Austin, do you, just to round this out, do you take a lot away from this weekend, or is this really just South Carolina's that bad?
No, because I think everything we've said before about the SEC still stands here when you talk about whether it's the top or the bottom of the league. But you don't want to see South Carolina come in to town and it also be senior day, and it also be graduation weekend and all this, and have a letdown moment and say, we'll coast through this last weekend at home. And so this is good. They still dominated. I think they know that they have their sights set on hosting a regional, being a top 8 national seed, and going into Hoover and making some noise as well. So, no, definitely still an incredible weekend and a productive weekend, but there's certainly things higher on the horizon, but good to take care of here and now.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great second to last weekend in the regular season. One more to go, folks. We'll certainly be talking about that more next week too.